Hello, my name is Ryan, and I'm just going to reflect on a few things. Man, I ended up watching a lot of DjVlad this morning, and oh my goodness, do I appreciate the person he was interviewing, or the person that was being interviewed. I believe it was Nicholas Irving. An amazing individual. And there's something that he said that really struck a chord. And this has nothing to do with a political ideology. When I comment on this, it's more of one of the reasons why I appreciate veterans. They've actually been on the front lines defending all of this, seeing behind the scenes, understanding what's actually going on to some extent, a lot more than the average American. And they're getting on the topic of, potential civil war that seems to be inevitable. Because so many people just want it for some reason. But the part that got me, that really was like, ooh, made me shudder, was the average American doesn't realize how many warriors America has created and how many of them don't like civilian life and actually miss the chaos of war. Because that was the time that they were the most productive and the most needed, the most active they were in their lives, the most exhilarating. And that struck a chord because and it just reminded me of some of the vets that I've known throughout the years. And that resonated pretty deep. Because there are a lot of people that are that miss it. And I'm thinking of one person in particular that I met. I think he's a special forces dude in the 90s and early 2000s. And he was very open. And I don't remember him blinking. Especially with just ever talking, honestly. Like, I can reflect on multiple conversations like, you know what? Nah, I don't think he ever blinked. And the amount of therapy and antipsychotics to keep him accepting civilian life. Well, you can clearly tell, like, when he talked about what he's done in some of the deployments. Yeah, he misses that. He missed that. And we're talking like hand to hand, clearing buildings and leaving nobody. frightening stories. And yeah, guerrilla warfare. Like, I'm not a military person. I've just know a few vets throughout the years. Grew up with a few of them throughout childhood, etc. And Nicholas Irving, congrats to you. You seem to have found this like middle ground and understanding that gives you this like amazing vibe that makes me want to look up, like thoroughly look into the Rastafari, because like I'm a middle ground person through dialectical behavioral mindfulness meditation and more of the Tao stuff. You know, stand back, let things fall, and act accordingly. And I think it's imperative for everybody to listen, like start listening to vets and their perspectives on what's going on. Because there's a lot of stuff that's just being hidden. There's a lot of baiting. And I mean, if you are still in this mindset of left to right, black and white, you need to take a step back. At least that's my opinion. Because it's not about that. All the things that incite our emotions are there just to keep us being good little consumers. Yeah, and that's a whole rabbit hole. I guess the takeaway that I had from watching those videos this morning was, one, the next 5 years are going to be very interesting, which I already knew that. I mean, there's a reason why I'm walking around with 10-pound ankle weights and making sure I keep my dialectic pathway, my middle ground, undisturbed. Because, I mean, that's kind of the goal for any man, I think, is become the peaceful badass. You know, learn how to turn the other cheek as much as possible, but make sure you have that power when it's needed. Because, when it comes to protecting the things that we care about, I think a lot of us are going to be tested in the next 5 years. Because, like, the way that he mentioned, like, you know, if things start going down like that, like, it's going to be all rules off. There's no Geneva Convention. There's nothing. There's just straight up guerrilla warfare. And people like himself, it is like straight self-preservation mode. And the way that he says, like, nah, if anybody even comes near me, it's like, not only I'm taking you out, but I'm taking out the whole block. Like, he said that with such conviction. Man, I need to look into Rastafari stuff more. Because, like, that was some, like, just masterclass of middle path and like understanding having the power versus always like presenting it as, and being more on the peaceful side and maintaining a vibe yet being ready kind of thing. I love it. Love it. Because I mean, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Because as soon as we all take a step back and realize that anything that incites our emotional ends is really there to just keep us spending money in another direction. Oh. Or keep us distracted. Like... up and I was trying to incorporate it. That might be fun to explore on, but you know what? I'm done talking. And yeah, if any vets are still watching at this point, I appreciate y'all, man. Because, yeah, all the guys that I've known that have served, especially you combat veterans. Man. I can only begin to imagine what y'all have to live with. I appreciate y'all. You have a good day.